What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Casting Talent 305, and this is Once Inside the Industry, where we discuss entertainment, we discuss tips and tricks, all the pros and all the cons. And today we are honored to have the CEO, marketing consultant, TV personality, and and everything else you can think of in the industry, Mr. BB Lewis.
How you doing? How you doing, man? Is this am I the first guest ever?
You are the first guest ever, so thank you
Listen,
for
listen.
coming on the
I
show.
feel honored that
Thank you
you
so much.
picked me to be the first guest, man.
It,
I really, really appreciate it, my brother.
it's really a blessing for us, to be honest with you, because this platform, I want to do it for the people who are on the come up
Yes.
mostly, and then obviously we give the inside tips and all that to celebrities and stuff like that. But what you bring to the table and what I've seen from you is a real mentorship and inspiration. And that's why it's so beneficial to have you on the platform. And I want to say thank you, part of me and the team as well,
No problem.
for coming out here and doing this with us.
No, definitely, definitely. This is what it's all about. It's like, finding the next. It's not always finding the now. You know what I'm saying? It's like finding who got next. And in this innovative world of this we're getting into right now, we got to always find out what's next and who's next
And being supported.
and being definitely supported.
Wow,
Definitely.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So, BB, let's just get into this real quick. Of course, we know who you are, but let's just kind of keep the people updated.
Definitely.
And I like to keep them on their toes and know the heavy hitters in the industry, which you're definitely one of the heavy hitters. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are, where you came from, and what you do?
Well, I was born in Jamaica originally. I moved up here when I was 6 years old, so I call myself like a Jamaican. You know what I'm saying?
Jamaican.
Which I eat like I eat curry chicken, but I eat fried chicken. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
I eat callaloo, but I eat collard greens. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So I got to learn the ways of Miami by going to like Norland Junior High School. You know what I'm saying? And then from there I went to American Senior High School where I got to know the Latin. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
was there when the first Sedano's was open right there by American High School. So
You get down with the Latin food?
yeah, I'm down with the
My
Latin
boy
food, the
said
midnight
yes.
sandwiches.
Hey, la medianoche.
I got to know all that type of stuff. It was such a blessing. Even though I lived by New Orleans, I caught the bus all the way from New Orleans to American. It was such a eye opener to get to know culture.
The culture.
Yeah,
It's
and as we got to know culture, I got to know like about different ways of doing things because I didn't always do it the way what I'm saying.
you were
Jamaicans
taught.
did it
Yeah.
different than the Latins did it different than the Black Americans did it different than the mixed up mixture of different people. So I got to understand that part of Miami. And while that was bubbling, my dad is in a group called Inner Circle that's been around for a trillion years. Man, they're celebrating 55 years
Wow,
in
shout
the
out.
business this year. They're touring all over the world. They're going to Tahiti, New Caledonia. They're going to Rwanda. They're going to so many different places. So that's when like me and my dad, my uncle, and all the inner circle, we was grinding. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that time yet. Bad Boys didn't hit yet. Sweat didn't hit yet. Nothing hit yet. So I was still catching the Metro bus, the 83 to school and understanding what I got to do. But I got into basketball.
You come from a humble beginning.
Definitely humble beginning.
Humble
Yeah,
beginning. That's the
humble
best way.
beginning. So it's like, I got into basketball and basketball helped me with discipline. You know what I'm saying? Going to practice, wanting to be great, wanting to be understanding, but I didn't learn the other side of the grades. You know what I'm saying?
When you were growing up, your and you like you just said your father was in the music industry,
Yeah.
and you had humble beliefs because the music industry didn't hit. Were
Yeah.
you ready for this? Like, did you know that your father raised you to be like, hey, listen, this is what we sticking to. This is the goal. It's a
Well, he
process
never
here.
really pushed like us, like my sister, my little brother, Lunch Money, Khalid. He never really pushed us in the direction like, "Hey, you're
You
gonna
got
do
to go to music.
entertainment."
Oh, okay,
No,
that
he was like, "Here's what I'm gonna do." You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, he was grinding, trying to reach his point
figure yourself
of
out too.
because I was catching a bus with him
Right,
to the
right,
studio.
right, right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then when you go there, you had Two Live Crew recording there. You had this guy named Skeng Dong that had a bunch of artists from Frankie Paul, big Jamaican artists, and Coco T, and so many different people at their studio. Because my dad always, one thing he always did was did very good investments. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what he invested in was a studio, and it was over there, kind of 441 area.
So that's not the original studio,
That's not the
wasn't
original
okay,
studio. The
okay.
original studio was over there. It's by Sonny's Barbecue on
Right,
441. It's a
right.
Dairy Queen over there. VP Records is over there. We were over there kind of first in that area. But that's where the first studio, which was called The Box, which
Gotcha.
was my dad. He mixed a lot of Two Live Crew records. People don't even know
Really?
that. MC
Yeah.
Shadi records. He mixed a lot of big reggae early records because that was only one of the only studios. So being a studio pioneer and being the things that they did and do, they always kind of was first with that because they understood what to invest in. Before the studio, they had a pressing plant where they actually pressed their own records. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, and
And
that's what I was gonna say. That because now you got laptop. People don't understand this. Now you
yeah,
can get you know, your pro beats on laptop. You do everything on the laptop. But back then,
yeah.
you literally had a board with over, I don't know, sometimes 1,000.
Knobs,
Knobs.
and then
Yeah,
from there it wasn't just being able to go to a DSP and upload my song on TuneCore or Spotify or
no,
nothing like
yeah,
that. You had to actually cut a stamper, press a record, get a vinyl. It was a
yeah,
process.
yeah.
That's why I think it was less people dropping music because it was really more
It
expensive
was way more
to
expensive.
drop
And the
music.
time frame, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, it used to take to drop like one. We call it you know, the record.
yeah.
What was it, like 3 months, 4 months
At
for
least
one?
because if you wanted to get your stamper, get your vinyls done, then you had to go print your make your CDs, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
Then your cassette tapes, you know what I'm saying? Then you had to you almost had to like hope and a dream because you don't wanna make a thousand or 100,000 cassettes and you only sell 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Or you make 1,000 vinyls and you
That's
sell 10,
that's
you know
why
what I'm saying?
radio play was so
That's why
important
radio play was so important.
to know if you got a hit or not.
So know your what's that point
That demographic,
that
audience.
demographic, that touching point of like, do I, like you said, do I have a hit or don't I have a hit? There were different ways to know what was going on with your song. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? It was
right.
just a total different, how do you say it? Just
Yeah, yeah.
different
It's a different,
facet, you
different.
know?
It's a different strategy back
Totally
then.
different strategy,
Yeah,
totally different
that's
strategy.
crazy.
And I think that's what made me so different up to now is knowing that strategy and implementing that strategy to now.
To
You
now.
know what I'm saying? So being able to jump between both, and it's like almost like my father and uncle, like it's so amazing how they've been through every facet of that. Now they're into the streams. Now they starting to understand
The
what a
stream.
playlist is. And oh, I get it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? From that to
It's cool because they got to see all
they
that,
got to
huh?
see all that.
Transition. Is it easy for the older generation to catch up? Because, you know, I got uncles and aunts. They're not obviously not in that industry, but
Yeah.
my grandparents, you know, usually older crowd be like, man, I'm not even worried about that. I'm gonna stick to what I know. But it's all about the person themselves, right? To
Yeah.
want to learn.
And it's good to have like your kids around. Like my dad got young, like me, lunch, different people around. So he's always
Updated.
understanding and hearing different things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you was on the phone before I got here talking about AI. He understands like, oh, I get it. I understand what AI is. I understand what artificial this, I understand that. I understand the DSPs, I understand playlisting. Cause it's just bottled up into a different way. You know what I'm saying? As far as radio and the DJ and the record pool now. So the record pool is kind of almost like your playlisting. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Which is a
right.
set of people. It's just how you define it to make them understand it. But it's not the same thing, but it's basically the same thing. But if you understand the pockets where to put different things, you know how to maneuver.
Talk
You know?
about that AI. Now that you bring it up, man, how do you feel about what's going on now? Although, I mean, we just seen you sent me earlier this
Yeah.
morning a post about how AI is creating their own hit songs,
And charting
charting those songs.
and
And
streaming.
it's yeah, and it does everything by itself. It literally, I don't even know how that works, but out of China. Well, how do you think that's going to touch the game? How do you think that's going
It's
to?
gonna be a whole new market for that because the people that like that stuff.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so you think that the natural stuff is gone? It's outdated?
No, no, it's not outdated, but this is the time
Cheat
when
code for
you're
sure.
gonna have to get your personality together. Like you launching this podcast is the things you need to separate you from a AI person that's trying to be like you.
Right,
Like, you know what I'm
right.
saying? That's one thing they don't have is feelings. They can't cry. They can fake cry, but they can't give you the emotion and the different things. So what you got to create is make sure you create your identity. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yourself and knowing how to maneuver with the different things. It's almost like I always talk about the city girls and talk about Carisha and like shoot, I never knew because they started right at Circle House. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that they would blossom into the way they're blossoming, and then on top of that, the way she's blossoming into having her own show and speaking. So it goes to show once the people gravitate to you, there's nothing that can stop you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
There's people that can block you. Hey man, I don't mess with BB man, or man, he's a clown, or this I don't mess with. But
It,
it's what the people want. It's not what you
you
want,
are
my brother, or
100%.
you want, young lady. It's what the people want and what they want to buy into.
Is that what is that what motivates you in a sense?
100% because there'll be one person that'll call my dad, be like, man, your son be tripping, dog, or you did this and that. But then I'll get 10 other calls to book concerts, to
Right.
book shows,
Right.
to
Right.
book my marketing services. And I'm like, should I be listening to these people? Because listen, my phone is ringing.
Yeah.
Ain't like I ain't busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm busy as hell.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to understand who you are as a person, and you got to be confident who you are and where you trying to be and where you trying to go.
Hey,
And then you understand it, man. And then you like these people are a 1 percentile. You know what I'm saying? Like one hate out of 10, bro. Like, you know what I'm
nah,
saying?
and it's working for you. I hate when people say you're heading in the wrong direction,
Yeah.
but you're making moves.
Yeah.
You're in the right position. You got the right people. I mean, I'm sitting down with Abebe Lewis, owner and CEO, of Circle House,
Yeah.
which is legendary. You guys been in the business for years. So for someone who's only been in the industry for 3 years,
Yeah.
the first time we met, you were like, "Hey, I know you." I was like, "How the hell does Abebe know me?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I've seen you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Damn, that I must be putting in work."
Now you definitely put in work, and it's a niche market that you do because it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? To deal with the type of things you deal with when it comes to the casting and it comes to the attitude and the egos and the different things, and them actually understanding the people gotta like you, bruh.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nothing that a casting I can get you there, I can put you on camera, I can do everything, but you gotta be the one to really sell yourself. And those are the ones who have the power to understand how to sell themselves
Yeah.
and understand how it comes back and how it equates to OnlyFans via Instagram, via I know you've seen a bunch of things where somebody Instagram got 2 million followers, but on OnlyFans, she got 5 people.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just fake followers, it's more so how is she dispelling that info, or how is he putting that info
It's
out
the
for
marketing.
it's the marketing for you
Marketing.
to decipher it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And remember, you could be here locally in Miami and your biggest money makers are out of town people.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Dubai's and even Michigan and Texas being in Miami is just understanding your goal and understanding what you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You
100%.
know?
I got a question for you. I'm
Go
just
ahead.
curious because I know you've been in the industry, in the music industry for many, many years. Have you ever done film?
Film, I want to get into film a whole lot. I want
Really?
to do a documentary. I want to do a couple documentaries. I want to do a couple movies because I feel like my knowledge of being here in Miami is just so ridiculous, man. It's
Well,
like it's so crazy with the different cultures and the type of stuff I
100%.
seen, and like, you know what I'm saying, how shoot like my Latin friends almost treat me better than my Jamaican friends. You know what I'm saying? So they be like, "Yo, B, what we doing tonight?" Or "I
Yeah.
got you," or "Let's do this business venture." Or I'm like, wow, like I see how certain cultures can enhance and be moving quicker than others because of the camaraderie and
Do-
and the mindset,
It's
you
so
know?
that's what I was about to say. Do you think it's because certain people get comfortable
Yeah.
and they just give up?
It's just really
Or
the mindset, I think, man, of the hustler mindset.
yeah,
You
like
know what I'm
you
saying?
never
Like
feel accomplished.
you never feel accomplished. Plus, you feel like they feel like let's connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a competition, it's a connection.
And that's
You know
what
what I'm saying?
makes people get to the top.
Definitely.
That's what makes people get to the top. And that's another thing I want to tell the viewers, always, treasure your friendships, or it's not
Relationship.
relationships. That's the word I want to
Telling you,
use.
man.
You got to treasure these things because you never know who you're meeting. One,
Yeah.
two, the outcome of maybe him make a phone call. I mean, you connected me with somebody before, and
Yeah.
that made me a money deal right there.
Because you are a niche marketer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you can be able to fulfill a niche that is very hard for clubs to do, for very hard for, I mean, there's club owners that can't wrangle 20 girls.
It's crazy.
This guy got millions of dollars,
Millions of dollars.
owns every clubs and does everything, but he can't wrangle 20 girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or 20 influencers to actually do, You know what I'm saying?
The marketing, yeah,
Marketing,
yeah, to
it's
bring
not
the views and
sometimes some people just have things that you can't teach.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I've
I'm
heard that
agree.
a lot. There's things that you can't teach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what you do, you can't teach. What I do, you can teach it, but
But it's you, you're the person.
you're the
You.
person.
It's you. You can't double us. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna come up with an idea to to execute that situation
Yeah,
where five of people who are mentoring after you
yeah,
can't do it
yeah.
because it's just you as an
Man, it's
individual.
all about working together, man. And if I could take this time to like tell Miami, man, Miami connect. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially the urban community.
How do you capitalize on your connections? That's actually one of my questions.
Well, you got to just know how to use that person.
Right.
When I'm in my meetings and in my marketing, my days with my team, and I'm like, I always revert to like a football team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From like a Patrick Mahomes to a Dan Marino to a Don Shula. Like being a coach is one thing, being a quarterback is one thing, being a running
The
back is one thing,
positions.
being a blocker is one thing. And when everybody's comfortable with their position, that's when you win.
That's when you got a
You know what I'm
winning
saying? And then
team.
you know you gotta, okay, hey, you got a star player, but hey, it may be your turn next. So right now, don't be jealous or envious of the star player.
Yep.
Big him up and then get it prepared and ready when it's your
For the
time to move.
foundation.
It's your time to move. And half these
100%.
guys talk so much crap, and then when they get put into the position that, oh, it's your time now, they like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, this is what you talk so much about.
This is what you wanted.
You waited for this moment. Now, when you have this moment, you don't know what to do with this moment.
Yeah, you don't know how to capitalize
You
with it.
don't know how to
And you
capitalize.
fumble it.
And that's a lot of people in Miami. They from the urban perspective, they diss and they diss and
Yeah.
they diss, but could never even walk in the shoes of certain people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? When they get to that point of understanding what's the main goal.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's the monetizing factor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make money off music. A
Right.
lot of people, I see them, they got the chains, they got the jewelry there in the studios with the lights and doing all this, but are they actually making money off the music business?
Right.
Or
And
are they making money off something else? You know what I'm saying? Listen to the people that are making money off their craft. You know what I'm saying? Not the people that are making money off scamming or banking
right.
or doing other stuff and acting like they're rappers.
It's a lot harder, but the feeling and the process is
Yeah.
that much better.
It's that much better, man. You got to listen to the people that are actually making money off the business. And the business is so messed up right now that it's hard to make money as a music person. You know what I'm saying? It's very, that's why you see people just selling their catalogs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You see the Diplos, the
Chris,
Futures.
Chris just sold his catalog, right?
Which one?
Chris Brown was it that sold it? Oh, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake, Diplo, Future. You know what I'm saying? It's just they because they know what the catalog makes yearly. They own the catalog.
Right.
So usually it's a 10-time multiple. So let's say if you're making $10 million a year on your catalog. So that person's gonna come and be like, I'm gonna give you 10 years worth of money one time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
All in one lump.
All in one lump sum. So now, say you getting $100 million. With that $100 million, you can almost reinitialize your music career or go out and do something different with the money. Get into
Reinvest.
it,
Yeah,
get into
yeah.
property, get into different things, get into or create a whole new identity.
Yeah, and I
You know
think
what I'm
that's super important. Once you get to the bag, make sure you have the foundation laid out so you know what investments you want to go to.
Mhm.
Forget about the cars, that's cool, the chains and all that, but make sure your money comes back.
Yeah.
You need assets, not liabilities.
Like it's all about real estate. And it's like this is digital real estate that you're owning. Look at the podcast deals that are going down, man. Like, look at I mean, $100 million for podcast
Joe
deals?
Rogan just banked. Shakira, how much did Joe Rogan just bank? 100
That's what I
mil.
said. They're doing 100 mil deals.
Crazy.
And no one's talking how much that Drink Champs got. Shout out to Noriega.
Yeah,
fan.
yeah.
No one's talking how much $1 million worth of game got. All you see is Wallow and them constantly buying cars on Instagram, motivating us. I'm not a hater. That's motivation for me to go out and work even harder on this gram, which is free. It's free, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to give them what they're looking for, and it's like it's almost like selfish content versus service content. Selfish content is you posting, yo, this me, man. I'm doing me. Service content is what we're doing now is giving knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And showing them, hey, I'm here with one of the top casting people and I'm here with one of the top marketing people. Is that all we do? No.
Absolutely
But
not.
it's what we starting to be able to make our other tentacles that's around us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like half the business, like the Po' Boy started as a record company, now they're a conglomerate. Like there's so many
Exactly.
different things. You start one way and you can go
But I think
50,000
that's the
different ways.
hustle in you, right? You got to be able to look outside the box and say, okay, I got my bag here,
Yeah.
but I need multiple streams of income.
Yes.
And that's where the value of who you are as a person, a businessman, an entrepreneur exists.
Definitely.
And
That's why we can vibe. You as being Spanish and me being black. I don't even see you. I don't see a color.
no, there ain't no
I
color.
see a hustler.
It's
I see my man. Hey man, I'm doing a video shoot today. Damn, I gotta call my boy. Man, I need 20 girls right now. How else I'm gonna pull this off, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna call? Hey, you got that budget ready? Yeah.
That's the first question, right? You got the budget ready?
Or Shakira, Shakira gonna help us regardless.
100,
what I'm
100. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming out. I honestly do, BB. But let's get some more let's get more into it, right?
Yeah,
Some
then
personal, cool vibes. You know, I always like to ask, what's your most memorable experience that you can and I know you've come from a major background, but what's something that you say, man, that one day was a cool, memorable experience?
Well, the one day is one time I was young, man. I was answering a phone at Circle House, right? And I was just sitting there. I didn't know how lucky I was. I didn't know what place I was at in life. I just looked at it as like, hey, I'm supposed to be here or I'm supposed to do this. The phone rings, I'm called, everybody's calling. I say, man, who is this? He's like, hello, hello. What's up, Playboy? I say, who is this? He say, it's Diddy. I know this ain't BB. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, you can't be answering the phone in your father's business like that. Like, respect the game. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh my gosh, this man is so right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that put me in a perspective of like saying like I'm taking this for granted. And he's like, hey, let me just go speak to Lenny Kravitz. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Lenny Kravitz in Studio A. So Diddy calls on the phone. I'm kind of like rude to Diddy because I'm just being that spoiled brat type of guy. But that was such a wake up call for me, saying like, look at this, man.
Something so small though.
Something so small, but still he put me in my place. But I didn't feel like he put me in my place. I feel like
he inspired you.
He inspired me. He was checking me,
Yeah.
and he taught me. And I didn't know. A lot of us don't know how blessed we are to have these opportunities, and we got to push and push and push to get to that point.
I say the greatest people are the ones who could check themselves off of something so small.
Yeah, but it took a lot of time for me to understand who I was, because I was that kid in the club popping bottles. I had, I had all access to every, you know what I'm saying?
You were living life.
I'd go out and spend $10, and I look across the way, this guy spending $10,000 to compete with me, but you know what I'm saying? Because I was just that dude. You know what I'm saying? That all my celebrity friends came to the studio. I was always out, but after a while, you start to understand that it's more to life than just that. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That it's more to life than just partying and just going out. It's a business, because Miami is the entertainment district of the world.
How do you tell our followers because they're always going out to parties, and you always see people who want to get into the industry go to celebrity parties so they can network. I kind of say, hey, that's not the perfect place to network, but it's perfect place to meet people to network in the future.
Definitely.
So what's your advice to people who want to go to parties with celebrities? How should they carry themselves?
Yeah, well, I got a good story. If you watch my podcast, Ball Greasy talks about that. Ball Greasy says when he goes to the club, he's going to observe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when he goes, you see him at Take One, or you see him at the office or G5 or whatever, he's in there observing. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the entertainment world, this is our playground.
Right.
So we got to understand how to manipulate the crowd. We got to understand what they listening to and what they're doing. So if you go out more to an event or a party with an understanding, like I'm in the entertainment, I'm an influencer. Okay, while I'm out, what can I do? Okay, I'm going to Diddy's house for his New Year's party. Okay, I got my banging dress, so I got my suit on. I'm there. What can I do? Okay, I need to take pictures with celebrities and people, but don't be too overzealous to the point where they're like, "Yo, get this guy out of here."
Right.
So it's like, know your point of what you're trying to achieve when you go to that event, and understand that it's a business. It's not just a party. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just a party. You got to understand this is a business. And when you go, you be like, what's the best? Okay, I'm going to go see somebody at Circle House at the studio, right? And then while I'm there, I'm in the kitchen. Here's a big star walk out. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? You be cordial. You say hello, and you see, like, you check their vibe.
Yeah.
Don't just run and be like, yo, can I get a picture with you? Because in celebrity events and celebrity settings, it's not all the time they want to take a picture.
Of course not.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
get tired of that.
You should make them want to say, like, you know what? Let's take a pic, man.
Yeah,
like,
you're
you know what I'm
cool.
saying? You're cool.
Yeah.
I know you want that because the celebrity knows you want a pic, dog.
I'm not gonna lie. Usually, what I do is that I wait till Abebe says, "Hey, let's take a picture." I'm like, "All right, cool. Let's get into it."
Yeah, that's the main thing. That's the
Sure.
main thing is understanding so you don't look like a herb
Yeah.
or a clown. You know what I'm saying? And then you know how to now utilize those pictures after you got them. Now you got 5 pictures. You got a picture with Diddy, French, this. You know what I'm saying? What do? Now you take that story and you take that picture, you make it a story.
Right.
Hey, I went to this event, I met French, such a great guy. French takes it, repost that.
Right.
Because it was a positive thing said about him.
100%.
It's just understanding where you're at. You're in Miami, the entertainment capital of the world. They say this is like the #1 place where millionaires buy their second homes. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's getting crazy out here, which is good crazy. But us as Miami got to work together more to make sure we build our eco structure and our own things going on in our own realms, to our movement, to blow up our podcasts, to blow up our artists. Because when I'm telling you, when my dad was coming up in that generation, that era, they was killing it, bro.
There was, because everybody's playing each other's music.
And everybody was working
everything was
together.
Yeah.
Everybody was throwing passes to each other. Everybody was catching them and running and scoring touchdowns. The radio was doing their thing because there was no streaming yet. But like, I don't even think there's a local Miami playlist that people can go to. Like,
why don't the weekend, like a radio station, say, hey, we're gonna do 1 hour of local music on a Sunday, or they're
you got to remember one thing about a radio station. They're a business, right?
money.
So they're looking for advertising. You know what I'm saying? So you as an independent artist, or you as an independent show or podcast, you should go over there and spend some money with the radio station.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a payola thing. It's more of you showing them that you want to spend money on advertising, which is their business. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you're showing them love. So basically, they're gonna give you a platform.
They're gonna show you back love. I guarantee if you independent artists take even $1,000 to $500 and go buy some commercials on your local radio stations, interim, you be consistent with that, they will show you love some type of way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Legally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They will show you love. Not just not the payola or sliding the DJ $100, because what's that gonna get you entail? You want consistent play to be able to take what you're doing to monetize.
And when you go to the actual corporation and do a business deal with the corporation, you got to understand, they have access to all the DJs, not
Yes, they
just
do.
one. So if they're respecting you and they're giving you one DJ at a time, even though it is one DJ at a time, you're now not just working with a DJ, you're working with the brand, the name of the company, the business.
100%.
So when you walk in the door, you're walking in on a different level.
Yeah. Because some of you guys go to the club and spend that on bottles. Like,
Easy.
Put that into your music. Go to the radio station, cut a 30-second spot for your single, and talk about your single, because the powers that be are always listening to the radio station. So if your commercial keeps running and running and running, of course the DJ is going to hear your commercial and be like, yo, I heard about you.
Well, you've been in the game a long time. What's the wildest marketing thing you've ever seen?
Man, the wildest.
Let's say a good wild, and then a bad wild.
Ooh. Well, the good wild, I can see marketing strategies really came when Peter Thomas did a thing called How Can I Be Down, right? And it was, man, this was maybe 20 years ago, if not more. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Peter was one of the first people that really took South Beach to that next level as a black man. You know what I'm saying? So he did a conference called How Can I Be Down, right? I remember seeing Master P, right, walking down Ocean Drive with like 40 people. You bought it?
We bought
it. I was like, whoa. I'm about it.
Was that a Memorial Day weekend by any chance?
Memorial Day weekend.
Because I honestly walked right past P when he was doing that.
Yeah.
On South Beach.
See? So,
I swear to God.
I'm telling you, that was the ultimate market. That's why they talk about Master P this and he's that and he's this, but I can't take away his marketing game.
Come on,
I can't take away the things that he did as an independent label owner to win. You know what I'm saying? I cannot, the artist that he picked.
How come Miami's community isn't like that? Everybody's so separated. Like, you don't see one big.
But let me tell you something. It's only like that with the urban. You know what I'm saying? The Latin They stick together from what I see, man. I'm telling you, from the Farrukos to the Ozunas to the Bad Bunnies
They're
to
all making music together.
Nicky Jam to they all throwing each other's passes.
Yeah.
They're all working with each other. El Alfa and you know
Right.
what I'm saying? They're all connecting. They're all doing songs together to hop on each other's Spotify fans. So it's like
They're all sharing fans.
they're all sharing fans.
There's no competition.
When it comes to the urban world, we're not doing that. We're just like, hey, I'm better than you, or you're better than
But
me. Or,
let's be honest.
hey, I'm gonna stay over there and you're gonna stay over there. It shouldn't be like that. We should do a compilation once a year called Welcome to My City. So people can know, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, Memorial Day weekend was when you broke records in Miami. You know what I'm saying? When they came from out of town to party here, they heard our DJs playing records like
all day long.
Get Crunked Up or whatever, and then they would take those records back to their community and be like, I mean, you heard this from Miami. This is all I heard Memorial Day weekend. This is all I heard. So Memorial Day weekend was a way to break records, man.
Could it be that people just the music industry just in Miami is oversaturated? People just not really feeling it anymore?
It's just like we don't have leadership. You know what I'm saying? We don't have leadership and nobody wants to follow anybody. Everybody knows what's going on, but leadership can be found very simply because you can look at who's successful and who's not.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And once you see who's successful and who's not, then you follow their trend. Like, it's almost like
100%.
Pitbull. Pitbull made a strategy to show you how to win. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? For the Latin artists, and everybody else did what? They followed the strategy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can have so many different things going on. That's why you got Pepsi Latino and Pepsi.
Right.
That's why you got, you know what I'm saying? You got
everything.
Look at Doral, man. Hey, my hands go up, man. Doral,
I was looking at
Doral is beautiful, man.
I was looking at some real estate in Doral.
Yeah.
And man, it gives you the square miles radius.
Yeah.
And everybody makes over 500,000 income a year.
100%, because they stay as a independent person. I can come with an independent business in Doral, and I can franchise it and probably even become a multi-millionaire just staying in
your circle.
my community.
Yeah, in your community.
They're blowing up their own artists.
Yep.
They're taking their artists and making sure they're artists on certain festivals. There's so many huge festivals that come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Other than Rolling Loud, I got to give it up to them because they do give the platform and they give the local urban artists a chance.
Right.
And maybe not on the big stage, but at least they give them an opportunity.
They give them a platform.
Give them a platform. A lot of these bigger festivals that we have do not give these guys a platform. And then you wonder why these artists are not blowing up out of Miami, because when we have 100,000 people in town to come see a festival and to come to soak up our weather, our women, our cigars, our everything, right? We don't brainwash them with our music, which we used to. That's why booty bass music was so big.
That's why Uncle Luke and
Two Live Crew.
Yeah.
And that's why reggae was so big. That's why certain records was so big. Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. Sean Paul, Give Me the Light. Inner Circle, Girl, I'm Gonna Make You Sweat. Before Afrobeat came in, Power 96 broke all the reggae records, bro. You know what I'm saying? The game has changed, bro. And it's like, it's not a bad thing.
But you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Khaled did his thing with C.
Oh, yes, Khaled.
Like, because I think the last person to put the play together and nobody's followed Khaled's lead was Khaled. I mean, Khaled was the last one to put that play together. I mean, he brought in New Orleans, he brought in the whole country, every rapper you can think of.
Done deal. Khaled was, man, I was the first person to do the first DJ Khaled album.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Where'd
Yes,
you
and I
find
still,
this?
if you look at the Drink Chance episode, he talks about how I still have the first Khaled album, you know what I'm saying, in my stack.
I made an album before I put my first album out.
Right.
And I have an album in Circle House right now on the reels. Like a
reel, the 2-inch reel?
Yeah, me, Guru, Wu-Tang,
Wow.
KRS-One.
Rest in peace, Guru.
Big up BB.
That
Big up
never
BB.
came out.
Yeah,
That
BB
never came out.
and Bad Boys. Huh?
But never came out. They have it, all the files in the reels. That's BB.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I have a whole album over there that never came out before I made my first album.
Right. The reason why I'm a little.
I used to live over there. I used to produce all.
But
I
I
used to
see
make
you
all
in
my
the hit
beats.
I have a lot of music that's not going to come out right now. That's going to come out 10 years from now because I know how to catalog music and I know where it's going. I know what things are going to be worth.
So let me ask you a question. Like when you say catalog music, because I don't know, I'm not from the music industry, so I learn when I hear someone like yourself speak.
Mm-hmm.
When you say catalog music, even though it was recorded years ago, you think you can still drop a banger 10 years?
Yes, because people are still curious. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear the early workings of that person.
The person.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
like if you drop a Tupac track right now
Yes,
that
never
I ain't
came
never
out.
heard of.
Everybody's rushing to listen.
Yeah,
First of all, if it's a hit,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then then it's almost like his whole catalog will be revitalized with that one record.
Instantly.
And that's what Spotify, that's the greatest thing of Spotify. Because if you're an older group and you come with a new hit and it actually works, it's gonna ignite all your older music and get
the playlist is gonna go right back
just
to brand.
right back. So your older songs will get played. And like Shakira sampled "The Girl I'm Gonna Make You Sweat" the other day, man. That thing went through the roof.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and that's what I look at when it comes to the Latin community and how they support their music and how they support their music with their foods and their festivals and their concerts, to how the urban does it, to how I'm just finishing a month of events that we did that my Inner Circle produced called Reggae Month, where even I call it the diaspora of Jamaica, how they interpret things. And I'm just learning so much about culture. And that's why I always say on the things I do, culture is currency.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? If you can understand culture more, man, you can understand currency, because you can make a lot of paper with doing a hip hop remix to a Spanish remix to a Creole remix to now Indian.
Kodak just dropped something with Anuel the other day, and some other artists where they did that. So Anuel dropped it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Kodak dropped it in Creole.
And then you had Diplo did a song with him too. So that was a whole nother pop market, crossover market. See, Kodak understands those different things. And as Mark, shout out to Derek and Kodak, they actually and Irwin, they actually won a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Because we did a lot of work with him and Kendrick Lamar at Circle House. You know what I'm saying? So they won a Grammy for the stuff that we did
at Circle House
in Miami. So Irwin, one of my top engineers, local guy, he always works with, he just finished mixing Ball Greasy's project. He won a Grammy. Derek, which actually started with us and interned with us, which is now is like Kodak's manager and engineer and mixer and producer, Dirk, man, he won the Grammy. So it's like, I just love elevation.
I just want to capitalize on what you just said. I don't know if you guys just heard what Abebe just said. He mentored these guys. They all started with him, and now they're Grammy winners.
Yes.
And that don't come every day.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It comes with a lot of like time and effort and just going to the studio and you just keep pushing. Yeah. And then when the good things happen for you, I was like, Erwin, you want a Grammy? He's like, great. He's so humble that he just like, he's not like celebrating it like even like I'm celebrating it more
than he
is. I made him a flyer. I made him everything, because those are the steps that I'm looking for.
But that's beautiful though.
Yeah.
The fact that he's so humble and you were like, nah, bro, here's your flowers.
Yes.
Let's get it.
Because now he gave me enough gasoline to bring more things to him.
100%.
So when I'm calling and I'm speaking to different people, I'll be like, man, this is Irwin. This dude won a Grammy, bro. He just finished mixing Ball Greasy's entire project along with Nigel the engineer. Like, yo, my two guys just finished mixing Ball Greasy's project, which is like, I would say one of the hottest projects like on the East Coast.
So
you know what I'm saying?
When does Ball Greasy stuff drop?
It dropped already. The Bay Day.
The Bay Day.
Yeah, okay. We just finished mixing that project, and it's like, people don't understand. Sound means a lot. Your quality of music means a lot. Dr. Dre don't spend 2-3 days mixing records for no reason. He don't that's why he's so perfect with certain different things. And people got to understand, even in this room being podcasted, if you knew guys, you know how many times we check these mics and these headphones and the editing system, and like, you don't know what actually goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you guys got to start understanding and listening to guys like this and myself, who are grinding and understanding the business, because you're listening to people out there who don't even know the business, you know what I'm saying? Or not even really in the business like that. You know what I'm saying? Liz, go ahead.
No, and I just want to bring to the attention, Abebe has he mentioned a few names, but you have a team. Like, I'm watching you on social media.
Yeah.
You mentor a lot. And I don't know if they want to consider themselves mentors or not, but you work with a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people, because in this business, there's so many ways to make money, man. Like, an engineer can be a multi-million-dollar engineer,
right?
Not being a rapper.
And you don't get one or two. You got like 15, 20 on your day. Like, I see you. But I'd be watching my boys post, and then they'd be like, oh, I'm at Circle House today. I'm like, damn, that's another one.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Because I try to teach them more than just recording.
Yeah.
Being an engineer, like, you are the vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're known as that hit engineer, that every time somebody work with you, they get a hit. You know what I'm saying? Or they get a big record. That's why people don't understand how intricate the engineer is to your session. Just like the boss lady over there, she's intricate.
Shout out to Shakira, the director.
She knows what angles to put. She knows what to chop, what to push, what to do. that is an art form
Right.
in itself. That's like a construction worker who knows how to crown mold excellent, and you go find that
100%.
guy at the last point. That's the same thing with yourself and the same thing with her. It's like, it's just that point of like understanding. And that's where I think the urban market here in Miami has a problem with, is like actually understanding the business, because they're watching too much social media and act like it's supposed to happen like that. No, it's not.
Not even close.
You want to help this guy get a six pack? You want to help this guy, like, as a guy, learn to show this guy a different thing where he can go shopping books, or help him increase what he's doing. He's already doing a lot.
Not only that, just showing support to events.
Yes.
Like I produce so many networking events for people, and they don't appreciate it, they don't value it. And I put people, I create that so people can meet people in the industry. And they don't value that. They don't attend that. And it's hard for me to let people understand how valuable networking is to connect with the right people.
Much as all my stuff, man, now has been done off relationships.
Right.
People I met 10 years ago now that started off as interns, they're now running the record labels now. So they're like, yo, how can BB get the CEO of Atlantic Records on the phone? Because we used to go get Burger King together.
Right.
We used to go walk together. I used to give the man a ride home because the artist wouldn't give him a ride yet because he was just an intern, and he remembers those real moments that I was there for him.
That's the best, right?
I'm telling you, and all my boys are in great positions right now for me to win. So all I gotta do is just keep it real with them and keep it popping. You know what I'm saying? I know, listen, the urban market in Miami, connect with each other. Do a song, man. All y'all need to do a compilation, an album, show that Miami still got that sound, man. You know what I'm saying? And we work together as a team, bro. You know?
For all our viewers, if y'all want, drop a list below of the 10 top artists you think should do something. And we'll get that rocking. I mean, I got a few connections myself.
No, it's all about working together, and because the more we highlight that and those kids blow up, it's better money for us. 100%. More music videos, more podcasts, everything. More different ways to make money off these artists. Like, you know what I'm saying? The look of them from the clothing aspect. Then we go from the clothing aspect to the music aspect, of course. Then we go from the music to Super Bowl commercials, man. I know people still count money from Super Bowl commercials. You got millions of dollars for 2 minutes, bro. But you still have to build yourself up to that point. And we got to make Miami. Miami's just like, it's a great place for all these artists to come down, chill, and vibe. But the top artists and the top tastemakers of here, we need to make like a fine wine that only we drink. You know what I'm saying?
With that.
And then they're like, oh man, you got some of that? Oh crap. Who gave you that? BB gave you that? Or, you know what I'm saying? This guy, like, you know what I'm saying?
You're official. You got
to get that from somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it's not with the gangster stuff and checking in and all that stuff. It's more so understanding the gold mine.
It's like a plaque
that we have. Where are we? Right here by the airport. You know what I'm saying? I call it Amazon Airport now. They ain't Opalaka no more.
No more. Almost out.
Jeff Bezos lands his plane. He goes to his building right there. Like, other people see the investment and the richness of Miami. We need to see that.
We need to value ourselves.
100%.
100. Let me ask you another question, man. What type of celebrities do you enjoy working with?
The ones that are just really cool, man. The ones that understand that there's trifecta in the business. It's not just a music business anymore. It's called the entertainment business. So the one that understands social media, the one that understands music, the one that understands being respectful to people and saying hello, and you know what I'm saying, like the humble celeb. I like them to brag and they boast and all that, because I hang with a bunch of different people. So majority of the guys I hang with are, they're in my age group. They're in their 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they kind of went through that phase of like, let me splack every girl at Miami.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So they right now they like chilling, and you know what I'm saying? And, nobody's no nice guy all the time, but at the same time, I like the calm celebrity, man. I like the chill celebrity. I like the celebrity that I don't gotta be fake around, or so I could be myself and be who I am. You know what I'm saying?
You got any questions that you want to put out there? Because
Man, it's just really us as the urban market stepping it up, man. Miami, man. I really want to see more of our local acts getting signed. I really want to see more of our local acts becoming super groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we should have a group with like 5 of Miami's top artists, like one group, just to drop that, so the rest of the United States or the rest of the world can see what I see, which is these beautiful talents that we have here. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to a few talent shows, and the support ain't really there.
Yeah.
You get 100 people show up.
Yeah.
Right? First artist goes on, they leave with their 10 people. Second artist goes on, they leave with their 10 people. Third artist goes on. That by the end of the night, the club is empty.
Yeah.
The venue's empty. Nobody's there to show love and show support, because once their artist was on, they're gone.
Yeah, man. It's like, listen, I see the Latin and the Spanish killing it. I had an event during Reggae Month at Casa Tiki, which is in Southwest A Street. It was a Saturday night. Let me tell you something. I never knew it'd be jumping down there like
Jumping,
that.
huh?
Jumping. It's not even Brickell, bro. This Southwest A Street where Cayocho is, man. They had steakhouses. They had 5 or 6 different Casa Tiki, El Santo. I'm like, whoa! I'm walking down, guys with their girls walking down the street, fully
like if it was South Beach.
Like it was South Beach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? They've created
their
the
own
infrastructure where they now can launch a young chef. They can launch a young artist. They can launch a podcast. They can launch a lot of different things. And that's when the urban market that we have to create more different ways for us to launch what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But first we got to understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And understand who are the players, understand who's effective and who's not. Because not everything and everybody you see and hear is actually effective, bro.
I got a question for you, BB. What motivates you to motivate other people?
Well, I love seeing people come up around me. You know what I'm saying? And it makes my job easier when I walk into a star-studded team. You know what I'm saying? When I walk into my center is 7'2" and he's ready to do whatever and motivate and speak 6 languages, and then my point guard is this, and I'm sitting back as the coach like, oh man, I'm in this. All I do is got to call the play and they're gonna go with it. I got to give them the gasoline and the different things with it, but that's what motivates me. When I see my boy Derek driving with a brand new $80,000 Tesla, you know what I'm saying? And he, didn't even have a car when he started. When I see my boys grow, you know what I'm saying? That's what motivates me, because I'm looking at other people, because I'm not just talking, I'm showing you results.
Results.
You know what I'm saying? Results is the key, because I'm done with talking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Miami, in the urban market, it's a lot of talk. But what actually is actually happening? And that's what you got to understand and decipher, what exactly is happening. You know what I'm saying? What's happening is, like, we're not making stars like we used to. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing the certain things, and that's factual. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is the cause of that, though?
Like you said, support. You know what I'm saying? And us not giving each other space and being like, hey, this month is all about Ball Greasy. Just dropped the project. Everybody post Ball Greasy. Let's show Atlanta. Let's show the Bay Area. Let's show LA how we support our local people. That's why I got to give the Trick and Trina. They are even bigger than they are now, than they were in their 20s, bro. Trick is over here selling out arenas. Trina's kicking off her Rockstar Festival and packing and selling out. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, people always say, like, Nas talked about being a 50-year-old rapper the other day. It's not that bad.
50, 30.
The young guys got to worry more about going to these clubs and getting killed and, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, where our age group, 40 and up, 30 and up, actually got the paper.
Yeah, we chill.
You know what I'm saying? We got the money, as far as, like, if we want to go to the concert, support a concert. Like, Nas 20 years ago, I don't know if he could sell out Madison Square Garden, but at 50 something, he just did. He just sold out Madison Square Garden at 50.
Yo, that's big.
By himself. There was no other people on the show.
That's a living legend in himself.
But I'm just showing you at that point in time, he's even bigger now than he was back then.
Because now we got money to go support.
100%. Now he's controlling his own catalog. He's dropping album after album because it's independent. He's killing it. And that's the whole thing about being independent and you having the power. Like and being a name artist, you're gonna cake now because of Spotify and DSPs and different things like that, you know?
That's dope.
So imagine Drake being independent. Imagine these. Come on, man. It's the new world for you to take over. But if we don't work on the same accordance, we're not gonna have 10, 20. Why Atlanta got 20 rich rappers, millionaire rappers? Because they work together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why we don't have 100 millionaire rappers here in Miami because the connection point is not there. And you can see the ones that the ones that are connecting are the ones that are winning. Greasy's connecting with people. These people are the ones that are connecting are the ones that are winning, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're going out their comfort zone.
The comfort zone,
and they're out there to network, and they're out there to seeing who has the bag. Really, that's what it counts to.
Yeah, and it's to understand the game.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, like I said again, falling back to the network events I put together. A lot of people, am I going to get paid for this?
Yeah.
No, you're not gonna get paid. It's a networking event. I got to come out of pocket to rent out this whole location for you to just come here and stand here and meet people.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get paid for that?
They say your network is your net worth.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So the more you can network, I'm telling you, I'm living off relationships, bro.
People don't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm living off people calling me because they know I'm consistent. Then they trust me because of the friendship that we had for so many years and being able to deliver.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Delivery is key. 100%. We just want everybody to go ahead and like the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep the engagement up and going. It's the wildest thing you've ever done.
Man, the wildest thing. Man, shoot. I don't know, man.
Did you ever wake up 5 days later and be like, what the hell happened?
Nah, not really, man.
Yeah, what's a crazy celebrity story?
Crazy celebrity story is Jackie O versus Foxy Brown. We had like a little thing at the studio.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? That was kind of crazy because I was right there. And shout out to Big Fendi, he was right there too. Gravy was right there. A couple of other people I can't name was right there, but that was a night to remember. Jackie O versus Foxy Brown. That's gonna be in my book. I can't tell y'all no.
Oh, it's gonna be in the book? Yeah. Jackie O versus Foxy Brown. Y'all heard it first here.
It's gonna be a whole chapter in the book of Abebe.
Let's get it, man. Let's talk about radio out here, man. Yeah. I know with Instagram and with social media platforms and YouTube and all this, is radio now obsolete?
It's not really obsolete, but it's obsolete when it comes to not music totally and not breaking your music. Like Funkmaster Flex said it best. Radio makes you a superstar. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't have enough time to play everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like radio
gets you to the masses.
It gets you to the masses, but it's still relevant per se, but it's not an independent artist playground how it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The independent artist playground is now DSPs, social media, and different things like that to get to Spotify to get your initial thing going. Then when your record becomes a hit, radio makes it a super hit. You know what I'm saying? Radio makes it a super hit because
is that when you hear it on the radio, that when you know you made it?
Kind of, sort of, because even if like Entice or let's say Mauricio, play you in the mix at 5:00, right? That's only one time for the day. You know what I'm saying? With streams, you can get played 1,000 times a day.
On repeat
and stuff like that. So the main thing is the business has changed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to connect with all these platforms and still don't forget about your local DJ. You know what I'm saying? Still go by and holla at Entice and holla at Mauricio.
How important is to establish that connection?
It's very important. Look at DJ Laz and Pitbull. To this day, they're still best friends.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of love, yeah.
Because Laz was an intricate part of him blowing up as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? So the DJ still carries that power and that understanding of music. And that's one thing I wish I would have been still. I wish I would have learned how to DJ a little bit,
Yeah, so you could get on there and
get on there and have more of an understanding because I'm going to know how to break an artist. because I'm into marketing. So me being a DJ is just going to help my strategy just move a whole lot easier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To
Market
put
it.
marketing, to put that component there, which I know what that artist really needs to break. You know what I'm saying? To get to that point of monetization. All these people talking, but are they monetizing? Are they making money off the music business?
How can I monetize if I come up with a hit?
That's what I'm saying. And you got to figure that out. First and foremost, you got to make sure your business is straight, that you own certain things component wise. You got to make sure you're in the right places and you're on the right platforms, and is it coming back that way? Is YouTube my best friend?
I think people are chasing one-hit wonders.
Yes, they are. They are.
One-hit wonders is they're dropping content.
Let me tell you something.
I saw Beyonce say something the other day. She goes, the industry changed because right now people aren't making albums anymore.
Yeah.
They're just making singles. And if that single's trash, they just drop another one. There's no passion into it.
There is none. There's and the demographic is you can see it. You can see there's more concerts. Like Bad Bunny, the numbers he's doing is ridiculous, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. But
Ye was on his level though.
He was. He still is, and he still can be, because Ye opened his door to a lot of different, like on a mass level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to a Kanye concert and it's like there's more white people than black. You know what I'm saying? In there. So he touched the right people, and he didn't really make a color. He touched like everyone.
Like you said, you know what I'm saying? Get a color thing, yeah.
Because you could tell how smart Ye is by the way he raps.
Extremely.
You could tell his thought process and the way he talks, because you know he had to create that personality for you to like him.
You know what's
crazy? What I'm saying?
I'll hear him say something, I'll be like, damn, is he tripping? And then 2-3 days later, I'll go back and like sit on it.
Yeah.
And hear it again.
Because he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it in a way that you may not like it.
It makes perfect sense.
But he's gonna say it. He's gonna say what's really real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a sense where I saw, like, I don't know how true this is, but I got to do my research, but they said Adidas kind of wants him back.
Oh, 500 million.
You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that. They want him back.
That's crazy.
Because they understand traffic. And they couldn't AI him because personality. That's what I keep telling y'all. Personality can win over AI and win over.
Did they fumble? Did they fumble? Because now they're going back to him. That's crazy.
Well, Kanye has got that confidence that he knew
that was going to happen,
because he knew what he created in himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once you know what you create in yourself, your confidence level, oh my God, is through the roof.
You can't,
because you know
duplicate this.
There you go. About to say that you can't be duplicated.
No.
You can't. You are who you are. You feel what I'm saying? And no one can.
And the confidence is key. That's why I walk with so much confidence.
Yeah.
Because and you said that earlier. You said, Chris, you can have a millionaire that need 20 girls and they can't pull them.
They can't pull them. They can't even pay them.
No, I make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like
within an hour, you can put a text out or put a
crazy.
But that's just one niche in your belt buckle,
right?
Where you're trying
to get to
because
of the confidence. It falls back to the confidence.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like I can sit here with you and be like, yeah, we can talk because I know what direction I want to go to.
No, 100%.
Confidence is there.
100%.
You know. Okay, so our producer in the back said, "What does Abebe think about canceling the culture? Like, what's the foundation of that?"
I think it's cool, but then I don't think it's cool because I think they're canceling sometimes the wrong people and for the wrong reasons. I think it's just they're thinking it's cool to do, and it's not just cool to do because they should do a little bit of back history and back fact checking. You know what I'm saying, on some of that stuff, because sometimes you canceling somebody and you don't even know it's true. You're just following a domino effect of like what's happening. And a lot of people that get canceled, a week later, they right back in the scene.
100%. Or they let the time settle. They let
or their streams are going up through the roof, crazy. Like, like Kodak with that situation, man. I mean, yesterday, I can guarantee Kodak streams tripled yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was Google searching.
He was in court today, man.
Yeah, I saw he asked the judge for another Jolly Rancher.
The Jolly Rancher before he left smooth with it.
Let me tell you something, man. Kodak is a genius, bro.
Oh, market.
If nobody don't think he's some little kid or stupid. Listen, that man is a genius. Just like 50 Cent. I told y'all, 50 Cent, genius, man. They just know how to play the game.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to know how to do.
And play the game. And he's still in his prime. Like he hasn't even gotten to that.
100%.
We haven't even seen the best of what Kodak can do.
100%. He got I like his little YouTube series. I don't know if it's the movie he has on YouTube.
Did you see come out on what was it, Family Guy with Brian and Stu?
And Kodak,
for them to pick you up, that's big, yo.
The way Kodak moves is very genius, man. Yeah. It's very genius. And his appeal
Have you
very
worked with him? Has he ever recorded?
Of course. Gremlin. We did Gremlin. We did.
Gremlin was done at Circle House.
Yeah, mixed everything. Gremlin, and actually, he won the Grammy with us with the Kendrick Lamar. So when Kendrick Lamar and him came into town, they vibed with me over Circle House. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about understanding your thing, and that happened. My relationship with Kodak comes a lot through relationship, because Kodak's manager, engineer, and producer used to work for me.
Right.
So you get it.
Right.
So now all he doing is throwing the pass back to me, be like, hey, I feel comfortable around Abebe and his family. Kodak, that's what we're gonna go vibe with. That's what we're gonna go do. You know what I'm saying? Because of the relationship that I had with Dirk. You know what I'm saying? So, throughout the years. So that's why I said relationships in this business will take you far, or it will put you on the ground.
Yeah, or it'll leave you stagnant.
Treat people good. I haven't always done that in my career, but whatever problems I have, I'm fixing it. You know what I'm saying? Treat people good, because you don't know where they're gonna be 5 to 10 years from now. You're gonna need that person, bro.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's big, man. That's big, man. So, but shout out to everybody, heading in the right direction. You know what I mean? Because we all have our ups and downs. Like you said, you weren't perfect in your past, and I damn know I was. You know what I'm saying? So, we all get to that age where we're like, all right, man, well, let's level up.
Let's level up, man. Let's level up. Let's understand that if we fix ourselves, we can fix the community around us. And once we do that, it's more money for everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? It's more money for everybody.
That's the new slogan. Everybody eat.
Everybody, I love that.
Let's get to it.
I love it.
Let's get to it. Thank you for dropping the jewels, and
I'm gonna be back again. All
right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Nah, done deal, my brother. I like your vibe, man.
Thank you.
You always trying, you always pushing, you always on the right angles. Me and you handled a situation that time with that girl, and that was like, I knew you were smart then. The way you even, the job you have is psychological. You know
yeah. You just gotta.
It's psychological, because you gotta, whatever I was saying to her, she didn't want to hear.
Nah, none of that shit.
You had to pull her to the side and take her somewhere and speak to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, it happened.
Yeah.
And then she got her dream. She got the.
Yeah, she ended up coming in, drinking. She got a little drunk.
She got her picture with.
What happened to her after that?
I don't know. She disappeared.
Yeah.
She was happy with what she got, but what you deliver with that is like, it's like, I don't have, see, my patience is not there for that. That's why I said what you do is niche market, which is amazing.
BB, man, we really appreciate it. You reaching out to the audience, giving these young folks, some advice, and letting them know how the industry goes in Miami, man.
Oh, definitely.
I really appreciate that.
Definitely. You can follow me at Abebe Lewis on Instagram. And just find me, man. Google me. I do free consultations on my Calendly page. And if you can go to my Instagram, the link is in the bio. I do free 15-minute consultations, man. I'm not afraid of people. I'm not hiding from you. I want to talk to you. I want to see what you're doing. I want to see what you got going on. I want to connect with you. And that's what AI can't do. They can't connect with you. We can connect with you. We can vibe. You know what I'm saying? Then we go to AI after. But I'm saying, but we can connect virtually and just have an understanding of where you're going, what you're trying to do, and how's the best way to spend the money that you're spending. We also got a new venture we're getting into called Big Sound, which is sound, stage lighting, and event production. Ooh. So like, if you got a festival idea and you got the budget, we can make it happen.
I like that.
We can make it happen with LED walls, pyrotechnics, sound, stage, and lighting, vendors, everything. So because I feel like that's really the future.
Well, I'm gonna have to. I got a production company as well.
We need to do that. We need to do the first annual Miami something.
That's because
I see something coming up called 305 Day. I don't know what.
I got a fashion company. I do fashion production. We produce fashion shows and all that. But we also include music is our key aspect, because we like to do live performances. Yeah. And then we also do live art. Yeah. So I'm gonna holler at you. Maybe we can get something going.
No, definitely. And if I know Chris, man, if you're a young designer, they got hot stuff. I don't mean a young designer who's in their bedroom just sitting there. I mean a young designer who's in their bedroom sitting there, but moving a little bit of busting their ass and understanding social media and having different things. Get with this man. This man can get your brand out there where it needs to be, get the right girl or guy in your outfit, and then we can get with him and put together one of Miami's biggest fashion shows, and we can highlight, we can highlight 10 local brands of clothing, and then highlight
10 artists
and 10 models or influencers.
Yeah.
We got to show the world what Miami has to offer other than the beach.
I've tried to say
other than the clubs
1,000 times.
We are the tastemakers. We are the trendsetters. Everybody looks to Miami to see what we're doing to copy it. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't work together and understand the power that we have in the urban market, because the other markets are murdering it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Latin market again, man. Y'all are killing it. You know what I'm saying? But the urban market, we got to connect the dots a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? To really make it cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Not even the Caribbean market, more so my Jamaicans. We got to link up and work together more because Carnival is killing it. Shout out to Marlon Hill and everybody. They're killing it with the Carnival at FIU, man. It's so amazing. I want to have something like that for reggae. So that's why we try to create this reggae month idea. You know what I'm saying? Where we could like accentuate, like, you know, go to Polo Tropical and tell them to do a jerk troppy chop. You know what I'm saying? For the month. Or go to a big brand to coincide and show that the Jamaican community is here. You know what I'm saying? Because the Latin community is doing an excellent job as an example, showing everybody how to control and how to do it
properly. How to move as a unit.
How to move as a unit. How to blow up their artists, blow up the brands they have. I seen a big company just bought Vicky Bakery the other day.
Oh, did they? I didn't even know that. I know Vicky Bakery.
Huge company came in and bought Vicky Bakery. Then I think Folgers bought a Latin coffee company that's right there on Southwest Asia.
Oh, Bustelo?
One of them things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look at these brands that they're coming to get. We can do the same thing from the urban market with the artists, with the clothing, with the jewelries, with our style. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fly Supply, man. They always keep me fresh.
Hey.
Shout out to Dope Duffel, man. Those are two Black-owned clothing brands.
I've worked with Fly Supply.
They're great guys. Great guys. Rick and those guys, man, amazing dudes. They do a lot of distribution for a lot of the other artists locally here for their clothing line.
We worked at St. Thomas University.
Okay.
It's another platform where they bring the community together, and that's where I met Rick and the boys from Fly Supply, and we definitely need to tap back in and let's follow up. And again, Abebe, we can put something together.
No, that's definitely.
Let's do it for the culture.
That's what I'm saying. It's all about connecting.
Let's do it.
It's all about connecting, because if we can make this a better place for everybody and us, like I'm like this, man. If everybody making more money, it's more money to spend.
100%.
You feel the decrease of the PP loan, right?
Right now,
y'all feel the decrease of the PP loan, right? Because back then it was money.
Everybody, my phone was ringing off the chain. Yo, I need 10 girls here. I need 5 here. I need 10 there. I'm like, yo, what happened to this shit? This shit's there right now. So to all our viewers watching, thank you for the episode. It's again Once Inside the Industry. Hit the link below, subscribe, comment, show love. We'll get back. Peace.